Hi, my name is Katie Nelson, and I'm a senior here at Augsburg College. I'm a math major and a Spanish and Business Administration minor. I see the Lindell Library as one of the main resource centers on campus to further student education and learning. Whether that's a student trying to find a quiet place to study, either individually or trying to reserve one of the study lounges up on the third floor for really big group projects or presentations, or maybe a really big research paper. Another big aspect of the library would be the Gage Center, which takes up the entire second floor. They're there to kind of promote student success, whether that's for students with physical or mental disabilities, or really any student who needs a little bit of extra help in some of their classes, through tutoring services, note-taking, regarding issues of accessibility on campus. I know personally, I have used the tutoring services for, let's say, really hard economics class, or note-taking for classes that require a lot of writing where my hand might get a little bit tired. This semester, I've also had kind of the opportunity to give back. I've been a tutor and a note-taker for a really cool history class, and it's been a really rewarding experience for me to be able to help another student succeed in that class. So whether it's passing through the library to get to that next class, or trying to find a quiet place to study, or using the Gage Center, the library is definitely a place to go to help further your education.
It's exciting. People like watching people hit stuff, and especially when it comes together in a rhythmic and melodic way. I think to me, it's the most exciting form of music, and I think that a lot of other people feel the same. Even if they don't know it exists, if they see it, they get excited about it. I'm Zach Baltich, a percussion performance major. I'm doing ergo summer research, and my mentor is Carol Barnett. Music for percussion written by a percussionist could be really beneficial. For like violin and all these other instruments, the main body of music was written hundreds of years ago. And for percussion, we're in the middle of this huge explosion of solo repertoire and chamber music. And I think a lot of it is just too much. People don't understand, because there's so much you can do with percussion. A lot of people make way too big of setups, or make these passages that are unrealistic for mallet instruments. And I think that what I'm doing might matter to somebody because I understand the instruments that I'm writing for, and I know like the body of repertoire, that's quality that exists, so I can build off of that rather than just writing for all these ridiculous instruments.
My hypothesis is basically just to investigate the role of dopamine in daphnia motor behavior. We hypothesize that agonists should increase the activity and antagonists should decrease the activity. And it's also critical to research daphnia and establish them as a model for neurodegenerative disease. My name is Enrico Barroso. I'm a biology major. I'm funded through the Ergo Office, North Alliance STEM, and my mentor is Dr. Matt Beckman. Doing research is a fantastic opportunity.
human life. We thank you for wise and committed faculty and staff, administrators and regents who have modeled perseverance and courage. We thank you for family and friends, these dear cheerleaders who stand by us, who have shown us love that overcomes all difference. Oh God, be with us in our joy and give our hearts good courage on this day. In your holy name we pray. Amen. You may be seated.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. It is a pleasure to welcome you to this commencement ceremony in Augsburg's 146th year. Thanks to David Johnson, David Sims, and David Mantini for providing the processional music. Today, we celebrate the achievements of 419 graduating seniors in the Undergraduate Day program. To all the parents, spouses, partners, guardians, children, friends, and family of our graduates, I extend a special welcome. Thank you for joining us in what is both a milestone event in the lives of our graduates and one of the most important annual events in the life of the college. I would also like to welcome the faculty emeriti who are with us and to recognize the faculty members who are retiring this year after many years of dedicated service to their students and the college. Elizabeth Ankeny, Associate Professor of Education. Grace Deerrud, Professor of Psychology. Martha Johnson, Professor of Theater Arts. Amin Kader, Associate Professor of Business Administration. Stephen Lefebvre, Professor of Business Administration. Catherine Schwabe, Professor of Business Administration. Frankie Shackelford, Professor of Languages and Cross-Cultural Studies. And Beverly Stratton, Professor of Religion. Each has been approved by Augsburg's Board of Regents for faculty emeriti status, an honor that confers special privileges in recognition of significant contributions to the college. Please join me in recognizing the outstanding service of these faculty members and the honor of being named faculty emeriti. Today's ceremony focuses on the theme of critical thinking, one of 4 key educational outcomes named in the Augsburg College mission statement. An Augsburg education cultivates the critical thinking skills required to be actively, creatively, and effectively engaged in addressing problems without simple solutions or easy answers. Guided by Augsburg faculty, staff, and community partners, students develop and hone these skills both in and out of the classroom. They connect theory and practice in ways that prepare them to be the critical thinkers our world needs, to be citizens in a pluralistic democracy who engage the work of our time in our neighborhoods, our communities, our region, and our world. Today's speakers will echo this theme in their remarks. It is now my great pleasure to invite President Paul Pribenow to the podium.
Thank you very much. I would like to add my warm welcome to all of you gathered here today on this proud occasion. It's one of the great joys of my role as president to participate in the various moments in the life of the college wherein we honor and celebrate the accomplishments of our students. You are, of course, the reason we have existed for 146 years, and we are proud of all of you and very pleased that so many of your family and friends are with us this afternoon. The Marina Christensen Justice Award is given to one member of the senior class whose actions, commitments, and future aspirations most profoundly exemplify Augsburg's motto, education for service. During his or her time at Augsburg, the student must have demonstrated a dedication to the kind of community involvement characterized by the personal and professional life of Marina Christensen Justice, who courageously and effectively reached out to disadvantaged people and communities. It is now my pleasure to present the Marina Christensen Justice Award, and I ask this year's recipient, Luke Iverson, to step forward as I read about the award and his accomplishments. Luke has been a Bonner leader in all 4 of his years at Augsburg College. Each of those years, and sometimes in the summer, he worked at St. Stephen's Human Services as a street outreach team member, offering support and resources to people living outdoors in downtown Minneapolis. Luke provided the first contact for individuals experiencing homelessness and for the community members concerned for them. In total, Luke has served more than 2,000 hours at St. Stephen's. He managed this while carrying a full course load, as an honors student, an interfaith scholar, and while running cross-country and track each of those years. Luke's commitment to this work is quite impressive. He treats each individual with dignity, recognizing that he and his clients have something very important in common, humanity. In one of his reflection papers, Luke wrote the following: "The clients we serve every day at St. Stephen's are treated inhumanely on a daily basis by the people and organizations they encounter. They oftentimes are left without the opportunity to make decisions, being forced into a shelter at a specific time, woken up at a certain time, consuming whatever food or drink that is offered where meals are provided, and wearing whatever clothes happen to be available. While sitting outside on a gorgeous day or sitting inside the library, coffee shop, or store on a gloomy day, our clients are seen as the problem instead of being recognized as the human effect left over from a systemic problem. When I reflect on the forced choices that these folks make, I think to myself, maybe we are completely different because we don't go through the same things. But upon further reflection, the challenges that we as humans go through don't make us any more or less human. We are born human, and we should not allow one another to be disrespected, no matter how glamorous life is." Luke has abundantly demonstrated a dedication to the kind of community engagement that characterized the personal and professional life of Marina Christensen Justice, who courageously and effectively reached out to bring equity and harmony to disadvantaged people and communities. Please join me in honoring Luke Iverson as the 2015 Marina Christensen Justice Award recipient.
President Pribino, I am pleased to introduce Dr. Elise Marubio, Associate Professor of American Indian Studies. Dr. Marubio will present Ms. Winona LeDuc for the honorary degree Doctor of Humane Letters. Ms. LeDuc has been recommended for this honor by the faculty and approved by the Board of Regents. Winona, I invite you to join me at center stage.
Good afternoon, and congratulations to everybody. In your program, you have a very nice description of some of the wonderful things that Winona LeDuc has done during her lifetime, and I'm going to add to that. Winona LeDuc, through your environmental and political activism, you have raised the visibility of Native issues throughout the world. In your work, which grows from your experience at home in Minnesota, you have challenged the exploitation of Native lands and developed methods of engagement and advocacy for Native people in the local, national, and global setting, in communities, and across communities. Your life as an advocate, speaker, and organizer began early. While still an undergraduate student, you were asked to write a report on multinational corporations on Indian reservations for the Native American Treaty Council. This initial research and writing led you to the Rocky Flats plant near Denver, where at age 18, you spoke to a crowd of 5,000 people at a rally against nuclear weapons. While you became a recognized spokesperson for those working to reduce the production of nuclear weapons, you knew that for Native communities, you were fighting for more than any single issue. You were fighting for survival. As your reputation and influence grew to be national and global, you made your home on the White Earth Reservation in northwestern Minnesota. You worked as a high school principal and an activist, and in 1989, you founded the White Earth Land Recovery Project. You began buying back land and placing it in trust with the eventual goal of returning ownership to the White Earth Band of Ojibwe. At that time, the White Earth Reservation encompassed only 9% of the original land included in an 1867 treaty. The organization you founded has now purchased or recovered 1,400 acres of land, including areas used for maple syrup production, heritage farming, cultural preservation, and economic development. And you were just getting started. Along with the well-known musicians, the Indigo Girls, you co-founded Honor the Earth, an organization that provides financial and organizing support to Native-led environmental initiatives. Honor the Earth affirms your commitment in its mission to, quote, restore a paradigm that recognizes our collective humanity and our joint dependence on the earth, unquote. You believe that Indigenous people are critical to addressing climate change, and that creating a renewable energy economy on Native lands will support economic stability for Native communities. Your work made you a national leader, and the Green Party took notice, naming you as its candidate for Vice President of the United States in both 1996 and 2000. You continue to mobilize communities in Minnesota to organize on behalf of sustainable economic and environmental practices, and against practices that you see as continuing an inefficient and exploitative energy production system. Last summer, you led a tour of communities in northern Minnesota to organize against a proposed oil pipeline that threatens wild rice beds, lakes, and rivers in White Earth and elsewhere across the north. Winona LaDuke, you continue to lead us in advocating for a sustainable energy future, one that promises greater economic security for Native communities and for Minnesota. Your work benefits your community and so many others across the nation and around the globe who seek to follow your lead. Therefore, Mr. President, I am honored to present Winona LaDuke as candidate for the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters.
Winona LaDuke, as we celebrate Augsburg's abiding commitment to critical thinking, we honor your dedicated service in working to create sustainable change. Your leadership on the local, national, and global stages inspires our students to critically examine our most pressing economic and political challenges and to work towards equitable and environmentally sustainable solutions. By the authority granted to me by the Board of Regents of Augsburg College, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters honoris causa and express my gratitude for your wholehearted embrace of the promise of a global liberal arts education. Congratulations. It is now my great privilege to present to you our commencement speaker, Winona LaDuke, and we are honored to have her with us today for today's celebration. Ms. LaDuke.
Ani Nindoe Maganaduk, hello my relatives, Bine Sikoedigo Makondo Deum, Gavabani Kag, Ishkaniganing and Dunjava Migwich. Thanking you for the honor of being here today. And I'm telling you where I'm from, which is between Bemidji and Fargo. Is that good? That's our territory, one of 7 Anishinaabe reservations in the north. And this feels really good. You guys are going to like it too, all that stuff. But thank you again. It's a great honor to be here. As I thought of what I was going to say, a couple things. Minogijigad, Agwaching, it's a beautiful day outside. The Creator gave us a good life here. Zigon bidagwashin, spring has come. And I ask the Creator to ganawabama, all of you, to watch over y'all in your years ahead, because it is a good life that we all have. And as I listened, that is a little bit of the language of this land, that language of Anishinaabe Moan, or that language of Dakota. And I think that all students, and I think that a lot of you are afforded that opportunity here, should hear the language that came from this land and understand the beauty that is in it. So a commencement speaker always tells you kind of the same things. That is to say that first, and I will tell you, I'm a parent, and I have children your age, and we are super proud of you. It's great. We honor you in being here. We honor your spiritual growth, your intellectual growth, your emotional growth, your coming of age, and the commitment that you had to put in to get there. I know it was a lot of work, a lot of studying, a lot of tests, a lot of anxieties and chewing of the nails. I did that myself. I still get in the fall, I still get kind of queasy, like I'm nervous. Going back to school, I don't know, so you may never get over it, okay? Spring, fall, midterms, it's a genetic thing after it gets in you. So just work with it. Go get some exercise, drink a glass of wine if you like. You'll feel better. We are all in a moment, and this is your moment. This is all of our moment. And I feel like at this moment that we live in, this world that we live in, this first world society or whatever it is, where I haven't quite figured out how it is first world when you follow your dog around and pick up poop. I'm sorry. I think it is a good thing to do, but I was like, is that what we are supposed to have evolved to? I'm not sure. I'm hoping we could evolve past that. I don't know. But in this moment, we are these people who have this moment to do a great thing. We have the opportunity to stop them from bringing oil across the lakes. We are the people, and I don't know if y'all know about that, but that would be a bad idea. We are the people that have the opportunity to keep languages alive, to restore dignity in social services and police services. We are the people that have the opportunity to create a safe world for all of our descendants and to be the kind of ancestors that our descendants will be proud of. That is our opportunity, each of us. As we are in this time, it is a complex time, and you all know that. It is a time when, today hundreds of thousands of people will be in the streets about the death of another black man. We should not be a society which each day or each week they say another black man died. And you say, which one? Or did you hear about the black man who died? And you say, which one? We do not want to live in that society like that. Nor do we want to live in a society where we say which oil train blew up. You know what I'm talking about, the bomb trains? Or which wellhead blew up in North Dakota. I find it very stressful, actually. We do not want to live in that, or we do not want to hear about a drone which went awry, or look at a world where 4 out of the 5 people killed in a war is actually a civilian. That is not what we want. I don't think any of us want that. And so it is this opportunity to be a part of changing that. And that is what critical thinking is about. It is about finding your place in this world of complexity, finding your position where you can do something that is of value and is of consequence. It is about finding a way to actualize, the beauty that the Creator gave you. And I think about that, and I look out amongst you, and, I was so proud to be asked to come be with you. It is a funny thing, but as you heard, I ran for vice president as a Green, which was before you could all vote. I get that. I'll let you know if I'm running again, though, okay? But, the first Green convention in Minnesota was here at Augsburg. And I think that's pretty cool, The first time I probably ever heard of the Greens was at Augsburg, So that shows a school which is open to thinking, to critical thinking, and to understanding that people's movements and people's thought, people's spiritual practice, and the liberation of the human being is made by the work of individuals. What we know is common sense. Mandela, a great model for all of us, Nelson Mandela, when we talked about brutality against the African people in South Africa, the brutality against the ANC, he talked about that when you dehumanize someone, when you dehumanize an individual in that domination, you also dehumanize yourself. And we do not want to see us collectively be dehumanized by brutality and by crimes. When we see the destruction of a species or the poisoning of a lake or river, it is also a spiritual loss to us as individuals, because we live in this beautiful place that the Creator gave us. We live in a place where you can eat sugar or syrup out of a tree. You know what I'm saying? That's like a really good gig, right? Y'all get that, right? And you got food that grows on the water. And where I live, there's a spring that flows into my lake and I can drink the water. The majority of the world does not have this gift. It's a great place and a great moment to be born. So you are young enough to be my children. I would have been busy making y'all, but I have children your age. And as I think about it, what would I tell you? I will tell you that it is your time. It is your time to be those beautiful people that the Creator intended for you to be. It is the time for you to be courageous, to be thoughtful. It's the time to know that what an individual does makes a difference. Because sometimes if you stand up, those people that do not have the same courage as you will see that you have stood. And they will summon and find some courage in themselves to do the same thing. Because a lot of people, for some reason, may lack that. And we are first world people. We live in a highly privileged society, and you are very privileged, as am I. So in that privilege, we must be courageous, not mediocre, not sliding, not letting stuff go by, not being the people that look at chickens dancing on Facebook all the time. We need to be the people that document with our cameras bad things that happen and speak out, because that is this information era. We need to be the people that think about where it is we are going. And we need to be the people that make that happen. In our Anishinaabe-Moan, there is this word of Minobamataziwan. Minobamataziwan, it means the good life. And that is what we are given, a set of instructions to live respectfully, graciously, humbly, and with courage. This other word we have is Jimisawabandaming, which I really like our language because an entire sentence is in a word. Positive window shopping for your future. Isn't that great? And that is what you must do. It's your time to do that. Think of what that future is going to be. Remember that you are the ones to do it and to make it beautiful and to care for those who cannot and to care for those who are yet to come. because they're counting on you. I want to thank you for your time, and just really, I'm so proud of you all. And we'll be here for you, and I know you'll be there for us too. So, miigwech.
Thank you, Winona, for your courage, your vision, your wisdom, your wonderful presence with us today, and for your inspiring words. It is now my pleasure to present the Augsburg Jazz Instrumental Vocal Ensemble, directed by David Mantini.
Shall get, them that's not shall lose. So the Bible says, and it still is news. Mama may have, Papa may have, but God bless the child that's got his own, that's got his own. Strong get mourn, while the weak ones fade. Empty pockets don't ever make the grade. Mama may have, Papa may have, but God bless the child that's got his own, that's got his own. And when you got money, you got lots of friends. They're crowded round the door. When the money's gone and the spending ends, they don't come no more. Rich relations give crust of bread and such. You can help yourself, but don't take too much. Mama may have, Papa may have, but God bless the child that's got his own, that's got his own. taste of bread and such. You can help yourself, but don't take too much. Mama may have, Papa may have, but God bless the child that's got his own. That's got his own.
Thanks to all the musicians in the jazz ensemble and to director David Mancini for that wonderful performance. It is now my pleasure to introduce this year's student commencement speaker, Tina Monnier. Tina is graduating summa cum laude and with departmental honors in English with a focus in creative writing. During her time at Augsburg, Tina has served as an editor of Murphy Square, a literary and visual arts journal, and also as an editor for The Echo, Augsburg's student newspaper. In 2013, she was named Courageous Woman of the Year by Augsburg's Women's Resource Center, and just last month, she was named a senior leader at the Augsburg Student Leadership Awards ceremony. Please join me in welcoming Tina Monnier as the representative of the class of 2015.
Wow. Hi. Okay. Thank you, Karen. President Pribanow, Provost Kaivola, regents, honored guests, faculty and staff, family and friends, and fellow graduates. When I was asked to speak today on the topic of critical thinking, I kept telling myself, this just isn't going to work. I don't think I know anything about critical thinking, right? I mean, I don't walk into like my classrooms or a lot of situations thinking, I'm going to think critically. At least I don't. Instead, my style of critical thinking looks and feels more like confusion, right? And after my initial panic, I realized that that's actually okay. Let me explain. In my years here at Augsburg, in the classroom and out of the classroom, I've noticed that it is imperative for me to question myself and to remain curious about the world around me, even to the point of confusion, in order to allow my deepest self to interact with the world I inhabit. But in order to do that effectively, and in a way that provides context for my engagement with and service to the world, I need to be critical of both who I am and what the world is like. This kind of deep examination can be really scary. Living on this campus in Augsburg's step-up community, the college's residential, collegiate, and recovery community, comes with certain assumptions. So when people know that I am in step-up and when they know of the program, they will invariably know that I have a history of what we have come to call chemical dependency or drug addiction and alcoholism. During my first semester here, while I was in the Christensen Center one day, I was introduced to someone who is not in recovery by another person who is not in recovery, and he said, "This is Tina. She's a drug addict." Yeah. This experience was a little jarring. In this one interaction, I saw my deepest private self suddenly pushed into the public without my consent. So it made me cautious about sharing intimate details, as you can see now. And because with only a few exceptions, I do not want a stranger's first knowledge of me to be about the most controversial bits of my past. But more importantly, because I was still transitioning out of a year in daily clinical settings, his remark was not far-fetched. It was actually kind of true, right? But simultaneously, it felt very unfair and invasive because it assumed about me that my entire being was encompassed by this one fact. And this, I knew, was not true. So I began to question what I believed to be true about myself. What do I actually consist of? What is behind me? What is ahead of me? And what is around me? What or who can I become? Eventually, I began to see that instead of using the simplistic terms that I have become used to, my responses to these questions actually became more and more nuanced and complex, sometimes even a little confusing. For instance, perhaps at one point I was, in the literal sense, addicted to drugs. Perhaps when I go to bed at night, I'm a drug addict when I can acknowledge to myself my drug addict history. But to all of you and to myself in this moment, I am not a drug addict. Instead, I'm a very nervous and confused graduate standing before like 1 million people speaking at a commencement. Or I'm a writer when I write, I'm a painter when I paint, I'm a social scientist when I conduct research. Sometimes, though, I'm a painter when I write, a writer when I paint, or a scientist when I paint right. You get the idea. Then there are the things that I question about the world around me, and these things vary in depth and gravity. For example, I was once told in second grade that the Canadian bacon served on our cafeteria pizza was made of guinea pig meat. This actually happened. Because the round shape of the Canadian bacon seemed to strikingly fit the same circular size of the guinea pig that we had at home, I believed this. I did. As you can imagine, I avoided any pizza with Canadian bacon on it from then on. Sometime later, while viewing a slice of pizza with Canadian guinea pig bacon on it, it occurred to me that what I previously believed to be true might not actually be true. Obviously, it didn't take long for me to find out that Canadian bacon doesn't come from guinea pigs. Suddenly, I noticed that I had the freedom to eat pizza with Canadian bacon on it, and I saw the pizza menu expand just a little bit. I also had the freedom to think and to see on my own terms. Though this example is silly, it illustrates two important things. First, how gullible I can be, and second, how simple it can be to challenge what I hear if I only allow myself. Where does this bring me? Often it brings me to more confusion, because as soon as I have gained a lot of information about myself and about the world around me, I see that I have a unique and individual ability to choose how I show up in the world. This can be excruciating. The choices are many, and often there are more than one or two choices that will feel just as harmonious as the others. There are the choices about which routes to take on campus, about with whom I spend my free time, about how to spend my free time, about whether or not I actually do have free time. There are the choices about where to buy food, about whether I should drink water instead of coffee, whether or not I should smoke a cigarette even though I smoked like 30 minutes ago, about whether or not I should work for Residence Life, for Murphy Square, for the Echo, or for Campus Kitchens. There are the choices about how or when I can let my loved ones know how much I appreciate them. There are the choices about what is important, meaningful, and vital. And there are the choices about how to put these things into action. There are also the things that feel more like limitations, like $190 worth of Augsburg parking violations. Or a $10 fee for ordering a cap and gown late. Yep, there are some of you out there, I know. Or having to work the night before that very last final paper is due. Yeah. Though these things are annoying, in many cases, I can choose to find the loopholes in these limitations. For instance, I can pay for the parking violations with my tax returns, which I did 2 weeks ago, by the way. I can ask my gracious parents for help in purchasing a cap and gown. Thank you, Mom. I can stay up all night, even though I hate all-nighters, and finish that very last final paper for my undergraduate degree. Yep. I know there are more of you out there that didn't sleep. I have no doubt that each of us has a different set of choices and limitations that I will never see, nor will I ever understand. These choices are not mine, they are yours. What I do understand is this: I can choose to know myself in a way that few will ever know me. And I have the capacity to think critically in my own ways by giving myself permission to question what is in me and around me. This means I can choose to designate myself the author of my life. Though there are many things I will never become, there are also many other things I can and want to become. Perhaps the same is true for you, and perhaps, like many of the other tedious and painful decisions we've had to make leading up to this moment, we can choose to continue to develop our own styles of critical thinking by giving ourselves permission to question what is around us, to allow ourselves the freedom to explore who we are, and to be delightfully confused about it all. Because confusion is a reasonable response to a complex world. And if we delight in this, maybe we can continue to explore. And if we can continue to explore, we can continue to locate the loopholes in our limitations, whether they be imposed by us or by others. And if we continue to locate the loopholes in our limitations, and perhaps even revise or rewrite those loopholes, or those limitations, we can continue to be the authors of our own lives and to discover choices we never knew we had, and maybe even experience a deeply private freedom that we can choose to share with the world. Continuing to do this is not only a service to ourselves, it is a service to our loved ones and neighbors. Though we are leaving now, we are not done developing our own practices and styles of critical thinking. So as we move forward, we will continue on the path of willing and delightful confusion. If we do this, I think we will surprise ourselves with what we are capable of becoming, and we will surprise ourselves with what we can do for our communities. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Tina, for those inspiring words, for your frankness, your honesty, and your courage. Dr. Amy Gort, Dean of Arts and Sciences, will now present the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Music. Each candidate will cross the platform in front of the stage to be greeted by Dr. Paul Mueller, Chair of the Augsburg College Board of Regents, and President Paul Pribenow. I ask that you hold your applause until the final candidate has crossed the stage so that the names of all graduating seniors can be heard.
Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty at Augsburg College, upon whose recommendation these degrees are granted and in their name, it is my privilege to present the candidates for the degrees Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Music, and Bachelor of Science. Candidates, please come forward as directed by the marshals. I will announce the names of the members of the class as they come to the podium. Please, after reading names of the candidates for the baccalaureate degrees, 3 types of honors may be named. First, Latin honors. These honors are based upon cumulative grade point average. Additionally, graduates who have earned summa cum laude have successfully completed an in-depth oral examination. Candidates for Latin honors wear cords around their necks in the school colors maroon and gray. Second, graduates who have completed the college's honors program curriculum will be designated as honors program graduates, and these students will wear gold cords around their necks. And finally, students who have completed special curricular requirements with a high grade point average in their disciplinary field of study will be noted as having achieved departmental honors. Kiana Mirbagi. Eric A. Olson, magna cum laude. Annie Pearson Finch, magna cum laude. Nicholas David Pell, honors program. Nicole McKeno Ludwig. Connor Blair Boyd, cum laude. Bradley J. Marcy, honors program. Nikki Christina Merbler, summa cum laude, honors program. Anna E. Romskog, cum laude, honors program. Christopher Jordan Torres. Shayla Marie Sweats. Gao Shua Ying. Mai Pa Cheng. Alyssa Marie Biddle. Yua Lore. Camilla Ann Hines. Rachel Weissman Amundsen. Susan Lynn Martin Facer, cum laude. Kalia Burhe Dori. Shang Vang. Melissa K. Pasco. Haley Jo Olson. Aram Gomi. Beatriz Cortez Ruiz, cum laude. Priscilla Isabel Baker. Kayla Ray Tilbury. Whitney Marie Goddard. Sarah M. Cameron. Shauna Sue Gresher. Gabriela Monje Lagunas. Andrew Joseph Anderson. Simone Chalet Fuller, cum laude. Amy Ann Amsler, summa cum laude. Emily Christine Euchre, summa cum laude. Kelsey Marie Locken. Ian James Wilkinson. Christopher J. Kopp, honors program. Kyle John Burby. Victoria Rose Gagnon. Ellen Holiday Kaufman. Zitlali Chavez Ayala. Annalise Marie Burnham. Kirsten Sievertson. Allison K. Olette. Grace Kelly Ketter, cum laude. Andrea Stephanie Heil. Jenna Lauren Feckman. Filson Abdi Ibrahim. Charles Joseph Exner. Go ahead. Anthony Benjamin Metz, cum laude. Alexandra Kelton. Katrina Ventrice Walker. Elise Marie Ford. Katarina V. Taylor. Andrea Y. Murphy. Nadine Lamore Ashby, cum laude. Rayshawn D. Sneed, cum laude. Najma Youssef Ahmed. Yasmin Abdullaya. Anil Jerry Guru, cum laude. Sedith Patience Giddings, cum laude. Hassan Sanko. Ayan Abdullahi Muhammad. Zachary Thomas King. Andrew Cole Osborne. Heath Foster Anderson, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors in Finance. Mong Lee. Andrew Allen White, cum laude, Departmental Honors in Finance. Martin Patrick Fife. Daniel John St. Aubin. Dwayne Lee Pomerlow, cum laude. Kendall K. Christian. Rachel J. Hennessy. Brianna Jo Schultz. Eleanor Schaff. Casey Lynn Miller. Ashlyn Rose Ziegelmeyer. Ashley Ann Healy. Christopher L. Myers, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors in Biopsychology. Christian Paul Grant, cum laude. Nathaniel Davis Rosen, Honors Program. Thomas Charles Chester. Joseph B. Perrin. Angel Rodriguez. Corey John Strasser. Yu Zhao. Yu Chan Zhao, cum laude. Rufia Yang, cum laude. Eric A. Velker, cum laude, Departmental Honors in Finance. Sophia Louise Ketchum. Emily Bauermeister, cum laude. Zachary Stephen Sundry. Aaron Lee Peterson, summa cum laude. Hannah Elizabeth Lane. Cynthia Rose Anderson. Maria Faye Brenner Martinez. Thomas Ragnar Spargo, magna cum laude. Nathan Avery Kaiser. Aaron W. Knowles, magna cum laude. Lilia Lopez Vasquez. Damaris Eva Montoya Mendoza. Raquel Vences. Amanda Joy Isaacson, Departmental Honors in Music Performance. Angela Sue Carlson. Cindy Gabilan Armenta. Blanca Gualpa Angamarca. Felicia Marie Zahner. Jacqueline Marie Peterson. Annabeth Catherine High Bowman, cum laude. Michael David Fuller. Lynette Rolfe. Tina D. Angak. Rebecca Christine Kelly. Amanda K. Procopio, Honors Program. Lindsay Ray Hellbach, cum laude. Bradley Thomas St. Alban, cum laude. Gavin James Prouty. Katrina R. Swenson. Leslie Mae Becker, magna cum laude. Rachel Louise Novacek, magna cum laude, Departmental Honors in Cross-Cultural Studies. Irving G. Rodriguez Calderon. Jorge Rodriguez. Boo Ann Christian Segerson, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors in Theater Arts Performance. Michael Robert Wesley. Walter Criswell, cum laude. Margan Avalon Roper, Departmental Honors, Theater Arts Performance. Quincy Rose Bachman, magna cum laude. Jessica Christine Henning. Lindsay Jean Turner, cum laude. George A. Bird. Marissa Lee Amborn, cum laude. David Meyer, magna cum laude. Anna Kathleen Peterson, cum laude. Carlos Rodrigo Vasquez. Benjamin Laird Menzies, magna cum laude. Shira Julia Billenkoff, magna cum laude. Sophia Marie Miller, cum laude. Devin Biedenbender. Anne Marie Renner, magna cum laude. Susanna Pataisto, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors in Biopsychology. Danny Wynn.
So we have to go down 7, right?
Yep. David Needfelt. Okay. Tia Lee Vu. Angela Tao. Lee Tao. Mai Nia Zhang. Pa Ying. Mickey Vang. Pua Vang. Yer Yang. Peng Su Vu, Chai-Nu Her, Richard Her, Yang Vang, Keng Tao, Brian Janice Johnson, Mohammed Ali Mohammed, Brian Thomas Wilton, Kevin Patrick Jenkins, Anthony LaForgia, Kevin Neal Schleiger, Andrew Edward Lawrence, Jerry Huang, Courtney Elizabeth Terry, summa cum laude, Riley Montgomery Hunter, honors program, Abigail Elaine Klein, Kelly Elizabeth Custer, Promise Ikechuwu Okeki, summa cum laude, honors program, departmental honors in biology. Yemi Asefa Melka, summa cum laude, honors program, departmental honors in international relations. Go ahead. Jacob D. Malwitz, Alexandra Michelle Smith, Gina Marie Gaias, Stephanie Marie Burt, Annie Marie Stockland, Shantria Shamrong, Mariam Abdi, Anthony S. Russo, Patrick R. Zellner, Fabian Ryan Doobie, Luke Eckbert Iverson, cum laude, honors program. Maggie Faye Royce, magna cum laude, honors program, departmental honors in studio art graphic design. Jens Pinther, summa cum laude, honors program, departmental honors in English creative writing. Jessica Maureen Link, Christina R. Monnier, summa cum laude, departmental honors in English creative writing. Reed Carmack Baker, Robert Scott McDonald, Kevin Philip Yingling, Blake Doyle, Leonie Mann, Thomas Jacobs, Matthew R. Hansen, magna cum laude, Alexandra Page Taylor, Maria Sophie Maternowski, Justine Lapping, Joseph M. Joyce, Kyle Luzen Heisler, cum laude, departmental honors in political science and pre-law. Sean Bailey Slowick, cum laude. Michaela Nicole Helms, magna cum laude, departmental honors in music therapy. Leah Joy Nelson, magna cum laude. Charlotte Marie Johnson, Antoine Eam, Carl Michael Gilbertson, Samuel James Bliss, Mason David Wanamaker, Christopher John Wanamaker, cum laude. CJ Tran. Kevin Patrick Erman Solberg, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors in History. Quinn Benjamin Hiller. Sean Evanson, cum laude. Jackson Charles Reese. Eric Dylan Young, magna cum laude. Leah Jacobson. Rowan Allen Helmick Smith. Selena Heidi Carlson. Devin K. Lemke, cum laude. Cynthia Lucia Del Villar. Kesong Marisa Olson, summa cum laude, honors program. Jennifer Rojas Jahorek. Molly Frances Drazen. Cara Lee Underberg. Fauzia Said Elmi. Miriam Ali. Smerit Amderhan Halom. Cynthia Ann Brooks. Nicole Marie Anderson, cum laude. Karina Victoria Wallenberg Bragg, summa cum laude. Alexandria Lee Tony, cum laude. Madison Nicole Williams. Ashley Starr, magna cum laude. Allison Fouch. Thomas Matthew Vandendolder. Dakota Kristen Fuller. Awali Osman. Ahmed Musalam. Nabil Anaji Shuna. Bana Kidane. Adrian Anthony Lowe. Joe Vital. Princeton Anthony Brown. Kyle Joseph Heinel. Helena Melise. Vincent Matisse Henry Jr. Ahmed Abdi Shamarki. Nasri Hassan Mohammed. Alicia Marie Olson. Elena Marie Austin. Nasrawit Bekela Demore. Suba Kamal Jamis. Ashley Victoria Pythian. Catherine Bunn. Sabrina Danielle Feaster. Brent Horwart, cum laude, honors program. Priti Pomik. Shua Longang. Leslie Nina Sisaket. Catherine Sophia Essenberg, honors program. Brooke A. Vroman. Taylor Kalahiana Emiko Kuramoto. Jeffrey Scott Cornell, cum laude. Lily Neolin Post Johnson. Benjamin Pumyer Swanson, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors in Chemistry, American Chemical Society certified. Lily June Maloney, magna cum laude, Departmental Honors in Chemistry. Emily Lynn Knutson, cum laude, honors program. Rachel Catherine Shaheen, summa cum laude, Honors Program, Departmental Honors in Biology. Aaliyah Rose Thorpe. Alicia Esselstein, magna cum laude. Tyler Evan Dorn, magna cum laude. Sally Marie Zinke, cum laude. Jessica Deanna Rodriguez Sanchez. Stella Grace Richardson, cum laude. Ian Bradford Robinson. Tanner McCarthy. Ngochinyan Olor. Faith Jones. Scott Daniel Clinton, summa cum laude. Grant Griffin. Olivia Frances Myres. Molly Marie Allen. Brianna Lee Felton, magna cum laude, Honors Program, Departmental Honors in Exercise Science. Abigail Marie Rodstein. Morgan Taylor Waldorf. Nora Margaret Kelly. Bethany Lynn Borgen, cum laude. Go. Rachel Elizabeth Hastings, summa cum laude. Naomi Elizabeth Siebold, magna cum laude. Alicia Grace Papke Larson. Amber Jane Kalina, summa cum laude, Honors Program, Departmental Honors in Youth and Family Ministry. Hannah Songyi Fry, Honors Program, Departmental Honors in International Relations. Adam Paul Rinke. Jonathan Joseph Bates, cum laude. Grace Louise Leonard, summa cum laude. Catherine Carolyn Foster Bone. Christopher Ernest Martinek. Spencer Verde Rona. Caleb Allen Jester. Gregory Allen Miser Jr., magna cum laude. Stacy Blair, magna cum laude. Andrew David Detloff. Matthew Michael Hazuka, cum laude. Blake Pekala, cum laude. Tyler Allen Revard, cum laude. Lauren Kelsey Nash. Haley Renee Hendrickson, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors in Psychology. Timothy John Kuhn. Nancy Secondino. Linda Jeanette Otero. Lucia Marie Schulte, magna cum laude. Jason E. Nessler, cum laude. Ashley Corinne Moore. Amanda Marie DeChaney, cum laude. Anders Walter Matson. Mattia Lauren Colwell. Michelle Christine Graffelman, summa cum laude, Honors Program, Departmental Honors in Biology. Alexandra Lauren Jameson, magna cum laude, Honors Program. Nicholas Lindy. Madeline Hansmeyer, cum laude. Julia Dory Hauser. McKenna Brunzel Remler. Cassandra Lofness. Emma Tofty. Hannah Pedersen. Zoe Gelvick. Christine Ann Gilbert. Beth Ann Olfke. Hannah Ray Louise Ealing. Kayla Marie Roberge, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors in Biology. Erica Michelle Wiesinger, cum laude. Timothy David Kohlhaas. Donald Kelly Jr. Elliot Francis Kleinman. Jill Elizabeth Tishy, cum laude. Kyle Everett, cum laude. Emma Rosamond Sievers. Mackenzie Ray Menke. Christopher J. DeVette, Departmental Honors in Chemistry. Tyler J. Woodward, cum laude. Tanner William Wiseman. Dustin Thomas Burr. Raina Marie Gamble. Emily Louise Mann. Nathan Scott Bauer, magna cum laude. Nicholas Dahlman, magna cum laude. Alyssa Renee Schmidt. April Leanne Nelson. Marcus Anthony White. Aaron K. Bowling, magna cum laude. Seth Avery Matthews. Sorbet Dokan Kuzujan. Demond E. Johnson, Jr. Kyle John McSherry. Matthew St. Anthony. Parker Christian Hines. Julian Joseph Gale. Daniel James Hildebrandt, magna cum laude, Departmental Honors in Biology. Ashley Lee Levang. Jeremy William Rolfe, cum laude. Tyler Donovan Roberg, summa cum laude. John Peter Bretzman, cum laude. Zachary Dick. George Lewis Jackson, cum laude. Caleb Anthony Bruce, cum laude. Eric Angenbach Jurgens. Ryan M. Lundeen. Drew Thomas Ball. David Curtis Johnson. William Haley Skinner, cum laude, Departmental Honors in Management. Alexander James Davis. Tyler Flackney. Christopher John Babenik, cum laude, Honors Program. Ryan Mesnick. Gordon John Cappers. An Huang Win Pham. Tu Win Honors Program. Willie Irene Webb, summa cum laude, Honors Program. Amber Marie Shear. William D. Keeter. Chad Michael Johnson. Justin Edward Boland. Thomas Keene, magna cum laude. Kurt Charles Knutson. Keenan P. O'Neill, cum laude. Thomas Jeffrey Tigan. Chad Michael Barchenfeld. Matthew Hexel. Please join me in congratulating the graduates.
By virtue of the authority entrusted in me by the faculty and Board of Regents of Augsburg College, and upon nomination by the faculty, I confer upon you who have completed the requirements the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Music, or Bachelor of Science with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto, and I welcome you to the proud company of Augsburg graduates, men and women throughout the world who live out the deep links between education, faith, and service to the neighbor. Congratulations. And now, please join me in welcoming Dr. Paul Mueller, Augsburg class of 1984 and chair of the Augsburg Board of Regents, who will greet you as the newest Augie alumni. Paul?
What a great day it is. I'm so proud of the graduates of Augsburg College. Some of you I've known for many years and have had mentoring relationships with, and I'm so proud of you and proud to be a graduate of this great school. It's a pleasure to join you on this joyous occasion to congratulate you on your accomplishments and officially welcome you to the Augsburg College Alumni Association. This is your connection to your alma mater, and now you are part of a strong network of more than 25,000 Augsburg alumni. The portfolios you received on your chairs today are a gift from the Alumni Association. Inside, you'll find information on upcoming events and ways for you to remain involved with Augsburg College. I value the opportunity to serve the college I love as chair of the Board of Regents, and I'll forever be grateful to the faculty, coaches, staff, friends who had such a profound influence on my life. In fact, I met my wife here, and she's with us today. One of the most important persons in my life. So remember, your commitment to Augsburg does not end when you graduate or when you receive an honorary degree, Winona. Likewise, our commitment to you continues long after graduation. Again, congratulations and welcome to the proud ranks of the Augsburg College alumni.
And now, as our commencement exercises come to a close, I offer this charge to our graduates, the Augsburg College class of 2015. May you always be good learners, sharing your education and intellectual curiosity with a world that so needs your insight and understanding, your commitment to lifelong learning, and your willingness to take risks in service to the human estate. May you always be good citizens, individuals who join together with fellow travelers on the road of democracy to create a more just and humane world, and who follow in the footsteps of our thousands of graduates of this college dedicated to making a difference in the world. And above all, may you always be good and faithful people, people who recognize that the many gifts you have been given, gifts of education and friendship and opportunity, demand of you the role of a good steward in the world, taking good care of all that has been entrusted to you and to us. Congratulations, keep in touch and keep the faith. We're all immensely proud of you and will watch with great anticipation as you commence your lives in the world as graduates of Augsburg College. May God keep you.
Congratulations to each of today's graduates. Graduates, you should now move the tassel on your mortarboard, if you have not already done so, from the right to the left. This symbolizes not only your accomplishment at Augsburg, but your readiness for the challenges that lie ahead. We're so very proud of you, and we know that you will continue to make a difference in the world, to meet the world's needs wherever life takes you in the years ahead. Graduates, I also invite you to take a moment to thank with your applause all those faculty, friends, and family members who have supported you and contributed to your success. A reminder that our academic departments and programs are hosting receptions in multiple locations immediately following the ceremony. I hope you will take advantage of the opportunity to celebrate with faculty, friends, and family. Now, an honor song. A tribute to this year's graduates will be performed by Redbone, an American Indian drum group comprised of singers from a variety of the Ojibwe, Lakota, and Ho-Chunk nations. Redbone is a group of professionals who united as singers, role models, and mentors to improve conditions, primarily for youth, in the Twin Cities urban American Indian community.
our thanks to the members of Redbone for giving us that beat that we will carry in our bodies and in our souls as we leave this place. Please stand, all of you, as you are able, for the benediction. The recessional will follow. We ask that members of the audience remain in your seats until the platform party, regents, faculty, and graduates have left the auditorium. And now receive the benediction, these words of wellness for the journey ahead. May God bless you with a sense of wonder to cherish the beauty and sacredness of creation. May God bless you with knowledge to pursue justice and enact reconciliation. May God bless you with vision to recognize what is holy and precious in each person that you encounter. May God bless you with good courage to go forth from this place ever an Augie, called to serve the neighbor. God bless you today, tomorrow, and to the end. Amen.